Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, that was for me. Hey, welcome to my very first episode. So, this is me, the curious intern. Curious intern. Anyway, I'll tell you why I got that name one episode down the lane sometime, but I just get right into it. So this episode's title is Getting Older or Younger. And yes, it's my birthday. Today, the day I'm actually recording this is not my birthday, but the day I'm releasing this is my birthday. So I'm officially 1 year older, right? And it just got me thinking that what do I prefer? Or what do we see aging as? Or if we had the choice, because curious, and I was just thinking if you had the choice, hypothetically, you could either get younger or older. You could just choose to go back 20 years and just start from for me now that would starting back from when I was 4 and then going back again, or what would you choose? So I asked a lot of my friends and people that care to answer me were I got answers I would like to be younger because I want to avoid the stress of adulthood, or I want to keep looking young because it's just a lot of people were just saying stress, adulthood is stressful. Then I got another answer which is closer to mine, and they were let me just get older so that I can just get used to it and just get this over with, because going back it's not fun. And then I was just wow, that's different answers. Then I had to add a little more twist in my head. I'm what if you got younger? Talking to those people who gave the answer now for younger. What if you got younger, but you were never going to remember the choices you made along the line? Because a lot of people feel, or they, human beings always want everything, right? So in their mind, they're if you're giving, you could either get younger or older, right? They feel they would remember the things they did when they were getting older, when they're now younger. I hope that made sense. But that's not how it will be. I'm literally just saying you're going to have to wipe off your memory of when you were for the past 20 years of your life, and then you're starting all over back from year 4. Hypothetically, you're turning 24 like me. And so, would you not still make those same choices you had made when you were growing? I mean, you would. People used to be if I know what I know now, then I would not have made some choices. And I'm yeah, but that's not life. That's never gonna happen. You cannot go with the brain of a 24-year-old to a 4-year-old. Okay, I'm going too far. You cannot go with the brain of a 24-year-old to a 16. That wouldn't work. In fact, it would be too much on your brain. It will be too much for you, because then you'll be having memories of things you did in another life and you were young, and you'll be oh, I met you this way. You'll not even be able to live life again. And so I told someone, I was talking to, I think it was my brother or something, I was how are you so sure you would not make that same choice again at that particular age? Now, the school I graduated from in Nigeria, hoping this podcast gets all over the world, yeah? So, the school I graduated in, from actually Madonna University, I never actually thought I was going to go there, ever. But I did. Now, if I had gone back with this brain, before I went to school, but if I go back with this brain to maybe when I was in SS2, and would I have made different choices? Of course. But now, would I be where I am right now? Would I know what I know now if I did not go through the path I chose? I don't know if you get me. But I want us to think about it. It was just shocking me, a lot of people mentioning stress of adulthood. And it's you have to get older, because no matter what happens, if you get younger, you would 70 to 80% still make the same choices you did with no knowledge of what you did before. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I went back 10 years now with no memory of what I did in the last 10 years, and I just go back to being 14, I would still be stubborn and still say I want to study abroad. I would still be stubborn and say I want to do medicine all my life. I would still be stubborn about a lot of choices, and I would still come back and end up as a nurse that I am right now. Like, it's still gonna be the same way, because if it's just life how it is. You and your genetics come to play here. You're still born to the same parent. Pretty much just say, if anybody wants to decide any change in their life, then they shouldn't be born to the parents they were born in. They wouldn't even be themselves anymore, because your parents kind of make up your genetics, and like they're half DNA joined together, make up your individual. Then your environment plays a lot of drama in it, but blah blah blah. I'm just saying that regardless of whatever we want to think, we would still do the same things we do if we had no knowledge of what we had done before. So when they ask you, do you want to get older or younger, just be realistic and just say you want to keep getting older, because like going back is no fun. Let's just get it over with. Like, let's go move forward. That's why I like something. That's what I just love about time. Yeah, like no matter what anybody says or do, whatever, time moves on. Like, choose to be heartbroken in a spot for 2 years. 2 years will have passed. Like, it would have passed, and you can do nothing about it. So there's an article I wrote that was talking about birthdays. I was talking about birthdays, and I was just saying I don't want it to be like every time somebody says happy birthday, it's not about me coming to this earth anymore. Like, it's good and fine that yes, I'm able to celebrate my birthday, but look at it, I've added on that extra year. This is like my own happy new year. Yeah, so like, what have I done with this past? What am I going to do with the future? What am I doing with the present? Those are the big gun questions. A lot of people are so envious of kids, me too. But you see, kids are like, I feel like we should pity them, because they have so many things they are still going to get over. They're still going to get over puberty. They're still going to get over this adolescent emotions on the rise, the teenage, all those things. They're still going to have to pass all those stages. But luckily for us that we've passed it, we know that every stage should be taken easily and everybody should enjoy it, So we won't rush it. But now that you're older, it's no more about celebrating the fact that you were born. It should be celebrating the impact you're making, the impact you want to make, what you're doing with your life. That's it. So I got to realize that a lot of people on the first phases on, like, we keep trying to run from the reality of life that we're old. I told my brother that once you turn 20, time moves faster than normal, because you just see you're like 21, 22, 23, 24, and you're like, what is going on? But 24 hours is still 24 hours. Fine, maybe the sun comes out faster than normal before, but 24 hours is still 24 hours. And look, I have talked for 8 minutes and something. I can never get those 8 minutes back. So I am, for one, very happy that I'm releasing this podcast, because I have wanted to do this thing for a long time. And yeah, some people might not know me, but most of the people that will listen to this podcast for the first time would actually know me, because I'm announcing it on my birthday. But those that don't, I would later release an episode about my introduction, who I am, and how I'm going to be doing this thing. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyway, yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for those that answered my questions. Thank you for answering me. Yeah, so let's just get older, guys. Let's get older and wiser. Yeah, not dumber. Let's not do that. Let's just get older and wiser. Let's get more experienced and more learned and more excellent. Like, it should just be an increase in all ramifications. Like, if you ever feel like there are certain things at that point where it's not what you want, because it's a new year starting for you. I'm talking about your birthday, yeah? It's a new year starting for you. It should be like your new thing. It should be like, okay, I am no longer doing this. Enough with this. That was me when I was 23. Now that I'm 24, I'm no longer being like this. Yeah? Anyway, all these are just my opinions that I I believe makes sense, and I don't plan to force it on anyone. But okay, that's it. Anyway, bye.